We've all seen good cheer squats, right? But what's the difference between a good squad and a great one? Well, a lot of the time it comes down to a few common mistakes that are super easy to make. So in this explainer, we're going to build a blueprint, a pyramid of success to help turn your team into a championship caliber squad. So, what is the secret to a killer season? I mean, is it really just about having the flashiest tumbling or the highest basket tosses? Look, that stuff is awesome, don't get me wrong. But the real secret, the actual foundation of a winning team, is built on something way more fundamental. See, success isn't about one star athlete or one perfect stunt. It's about building a solid structure. The best way to think about it is like a pyramid. Every single level, every single block has to be strong. Because if you've got a crack in the foundation, the whole thing can come tumbling down. Okay, so let's start at the very bottom, the base of our pyramid, health and safety. This part isn't just important, it's everything. It's completely non-negotiable. Without this, anything else you try to build on top is going to collapse.
First up, the warm-up. I know, it sounds so basic, but skipping a proper one is one of the biggest reasons for injuries. And we're not just talking about a few jumping jacks. The fix is to make a real, thorough warm-up part of every single practice, with dynamic stretching and light cardio to get those muscles ready for what's coming.
So many teams treat conditioning like it's optional, something to squeeze in if there's time. Big mistake. Cheerleading is an endurance sport. The key is to build conditioning into your practices, not just tack it on. This is what keeps that final 30 seconds of the routine from looking sloppy and keeps your athletes safe.
You know, there's a huge difference between pushing your limits and pushing through actual pain. Ignoring your body when it's screaming at you is a one-way ticket to a serious long-term injury. You have to remember, rest, good food, and staying hydrated are just as important as any drill you do on the mat.
This one might sound like a no-brainer, but you'd be surprised how easily safety protocols can slip when things get busy. Safety can't be something you think about sometimes, it has to be baked into your team's culture. It has to be like breathing, from the math you use to the rules everyone follows every single time. So what does that actually look like? Well, think about your own practice. Are you always using the right mats for the skills you're throwing? Are your spotters always in position? And more importantly, are they properly trained? When's the last time you actually walked through your emergency plan? These aren't just good ideas, they're absolute musts for a safe team. Okay, with a solid foundation of safety locked in, we can move up the pyramid to the next level, the core. This is all about precision and technique. This is where good teams really start to separate themselves and become great. Man, you can spot this mistake from a mile away. You know what I'm talking about? Loose arms, bent wrists, different levels all over the place. It just looks messy. The fix? It's all about discipline. You have to drill motions every single day. Use counts, use mirrors, and focus on that sharp snap that screams power and precision. Weak can absolutely kill the energy of a routine. But hey, the good news is, this is totally fixable. It's not just about doing more jumps over and over. It's about adding specific conditioning exercises that build the raw power you need for explosive, beautiful jumps.
So, what kind of conditioning are we talking about? We're talking squats to build that power in your legs. We're talking toe touches on a slow count to perfect your form in the air. And we're talking plyometrics, like box jumps, to build that explosive height that makes a jump really pop off the floor.
You could have the most amazing skills in the world, but if your formations are a mess, the whole routine just looks sloppy. The fix is actually pretty simple, but it takes focus. Put tape on the floor so everyone has a visual guide, and then run your formations without music so you can focus only on hitting your spots perfectly.
Now, when we get to stunting, bad habits aren't just sloppy, they are dangerous. Rushing the grips, grabbing at ankles, these are all recipes for disaster. The only way to build safe, solid, confident stunts is to absolutely master the basics and have constant, clear communication. No exceptions.
Here's a simple 3-step process every stunt group should live by. 1. Review your safety checklist before every single rep. 2. You have to master the basics before you even think about trying new, harder skills. And 3. Use clear verbal cues and hand signals so everyone is on the exact same page all the time.
All right, we've built a safe foundation and we've got a strong core of technique. Now we get to climb to the top of the pyramid, the apex. This is where it all comes together. This is teamwork and performance, and it's what creates that magic on the mat.
You know that side chatter during practice? It's not just a waste of time. It creates confusion, and honestly, it's a huge safety hazard, especially in stunts. The fix is to have a one-voice rule. When cues are clear and consistent, you build the trust a team needs to move and perform like one single, powerful unit.
A routine can be technically perfect, but if the energy just isn't there, it falls flat. Flat facials and low volume just suck the life out of a performance and kill your score. The solution is simple, but it takes effort. You have to practice how you want to perform. Every single run-through needs to have that intense game day energy.
Listen, you can have the most talented athletes on the planet, but a toxic team culture will sabotage everything you're trying to build. Creating a supportive environment isn't just a fluffy, feel-good idea, it's a performance essential. That means actively promoting respect, dealing with conflict head-on, and celebrating every single person's contribution.
This quote right here, it absolutely hits the nail on the head. We spend hundreds of hours drilling the physical side of cheer, but how often do we actually work on the mental game? And that is a massive mistake, because a strong mindset is what gets a team through pressure, setbacks, and adversity.
Building mental toughness has to be an active part of your training. So ask yourself, are you teaching your athletes how to visualize a perfect routine? Are you giving them tools to manage stress? Are you building a culture where positive self-talk is the norm and teammates lift each other up after a mistake? That's what builds a truly unbreakable team. So, when you put all these pieces together, you see what's happening? You're not just fixing a few mistakes here and there. You're creating a complete blueprint for success. You're not plugging holes anymore. You're building a championship-winning structure right from the ground up. And there it is, the pyramid of success. It all starts with that rock-solid foundation of health and safety. Then you build on it with a core of razor-sharp precision and technique. And you top it all off with the apex, where teamwork and performance come together to create something unforgettable.
And that leaves us with one final question. As you think about your own team, your practices, your entire culture, be honest. Which block in this pyramid is your weak spot? Which one needs the most work right now? Because figuring that out, that's the first step to building a truly championship season.